Guys, it Ogs. Welcome to the channel and thank you for watching. In this video, I'm gonna rate Frank Lampard 6 signings at Chelsea Football Club. I know that he made more than 6, but many of them are in the academy, and we're gonna focus on those who made it in the first team. I know that it's not a popular opinion. Therefore, you're going to get a lot of hate from people for even mentioning his name. But listen, my friend, you saw the title. You don't have to watch until the end because it's going to be a lot of Frank Lampard here. I know that what I'm going to say is not going to fit the popular opinion, the narrative, and so many theories being made about the whole transfer window. But I'm going to say what I'm going to say. I make my videos for people who tell the truth, okay? The people who are humble, the people who can give some credit to certain people even though they hate them. There is nothing wrong by giving people some credit, okay? But we all know what is happening in the Chelsea community. So I have some rules that I'm gonna remind you in this video, right? So, like I say, I'm gonna rate 6 signings made by Frank Lampard. And the rules, we know how evil and bias works in the community, right? So the rules are, every good signing, the credit is going to Marina, Abramovic, Pulisic, whoever. Don't give any credit to Lampard. That's the way it works in the Chelsea community. Second of all good performances, okay, all good games and everything good that happened under him, you have to call it autopilot. The players took care of themselves. It wasn't him. It was, such and such. It was Anthony Berry, for example, who, helped the player. It was Thiago Silva conducted operations on the field. And Lampard is only responsible for the failure. Everything that failed, okay? Every so-called failed transfer, every flop, you have to blame it to Frank Lampard. So you don't have to remind me because I know all those principles. And like I said, you don't have to watch until the end because I am making this video only for honest people, only for humble people who can give credit where the credit is due. Let's go. All right, so we're going to start by talking about the magician himself, Hakim Ziyech. I'm going to give him 7 out of 10. Ziyech was the first signing for Frank Lampard. After 1 year without any transfer, we were surprised. In February, after the transfer window was closed, we didn't make any signing, and all of a sudden, Hakim Ziyech signed for Chelsea Football Club. Back in the day, he was killing it at Ajax. They just finished in the final of the Champions League. He was a wanted man in Europe, and we all said we were very lucky to have him. He didn't start the season with Chelsea because he got injured in pre-season. Came back from that injury. He was killing it in the Premier League. The amount of balls that brother can put in the box, unexpected, surprising everybody, is just ridiculous. We were winning games for fun. Unfortunately, it didn't last. He got injured one more time. When he got injured, we started losing games everywhere until January when Lampard was sacked. Is that a coincidence? I don't think so, because we didn't have the same magic anymore. I know many theories been made about Hakim Ziyech, blaming him. He's not physical enough. he doesn't fit the system, blah, blah, blah. But nobody is honest enough to say, wait a minute, how about the system adapting to him? Why do we have to force a player to adapt to a system and not finding a way of adapting the system to the player? Have you ever asked that question, or you just follow the narrative and the popular opinion? If played in the right position, the right system, nobody is like Hakim Ziyech at Chelsea Football Club. Just ask Kepa Arrizabalaga. So for me, he's been sabotaged. He's one of the few players that are paying the price of the system change, paying the price of the manager change. Because every time you change a manager, there are many players who are going to pay the price, and there are other players who are going to benefit from that. And I'm not going to name people here, but you know, people like Tony Rudiger benefited from Lampard sacking, Marcos Alonso, and the list goes on. I'm not complaining about the new system because we are winning, okay? But why can't we just find few systems that will accommodate other players and put them in their, best condition to perform in the highest level? Are we going to stuck with just one system because we are winning games? That is a question. But the narrative now is that you have to sabotage Hakim Ziyech, call him flop, whatever you want, just so you can have subs, you can have people liking you and giving you money, and the business is going to be going up and up. But for people like us who tell the truth, you're going to pay the price. But guess what? Somebody needs to pay the price of telling the truth. Hakim Ziyech, 7 out of 10. You like it or not, Hakim Ziyech is a world-class footballer. He's going to prove people wrong at Chelsea Football Club if the system changes, or somewhere else, and the same people are going to flip-flop and say, why did we let him go? Just watch. The second guy that we're going to discuss in this video is going to be about my brother, Timo Werner. You know that I sold you this brother before even he was linked with Chelsea Football Club. I have everything on the record. Okay? So when he was heavily linked with Liverpool, he gave an interview after the Champions League game, praising Liverpool, kind of telling Liverpool, hey, come get me, I'm here. I have the entire interview on my channel, and I say, you know what? Don't listen to him. Timo Werner is gonna sign for Chelsea Football Club. Keep the hope. We can get him. We can still get him regardless of how he's praising other teams. And what happened? He ended up by signing for Chelsea Football Club. Everybody was happy, very happy, because he was one of the best. After Lewandowski, it was Timo Werner back then. Everybody was happy. But today, after just one season, the same people gave up on him. He's going to get 6 out of 10 from me because I'm not going to lie. He hasn't really performed to the level that we know he can. I was expecting goals. We didn't really buy him to only come to Chelsea Football Club and start creating space or running all over the place. No, we bought him to help us score goals because we were lacking somebody clinical in front. So I'm not going to lie to you. He's been a little bit of disappointment, but overall, he won the Champions League, he won the Super Cup, and the rest is history. Some players need a little bit of time to adjust in the Premier League. I'm very confident that Timo Werner is going to perform in the Premier League if given time. Let's give him until the end of the season and we're going to judge him 6 out of 10. Ben Chilwell. Wow, this one is very controversial. 8 out of 10. Remember when this guy was compared to people like Tagliafico? Remember? Alex Telles. And the list goes on. Reguilon. You know, the last minute before even we signed him came to the picture, this Reguilon guy. Out of the blue. And everybody pretended to know him for years. He was the best left back in La Liga. He's going to cost less money than Ben Chilwell. Overrated English players, blah, 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 blah. Tagliafico is 10 times better than him and cost 3 times cheaper than him. Alex Telles, what is happening at Man United? He can't even get on the bench at Man United. Tagliafico, we never heard from him. Reguilon, struggling at Spurs. Lampard was called all kind of names. And especially one particular game that he had a very bad game. And everybody, oh my goodness, 50 million of Queen pound. Oh, everybody, look at this. I want it Reguilon. I want it. All the experts online trashed Lampard, insulted him. What is happening? Everybody that we were praising now, nowhere to be seen. Ben Chilwell, the best in the Premier League. Fact, going up and up. Champions League winner. Super Cup winner. And I can go on and on. But, like I said, now it's not Lampard anymore, right? Now it's the credit need to go to Thomas Tuchel, who made him to the next level. He took him to the next level. But you didn't want to see him even to begin with. You didn't want to see him. How are you going to take all the credit and give to somebody else? It's a Chelsea thing. That's what we do. So, Ben Chilwell, 8 out of 10. Thiago Silva, this brother here, he's gonna get 9 out of 10 for what he's doing on and off the field. What a signing that was. A so-called PSG reject. Even me, I wasn't sure about him. But he proved everybody wrong at Chelsea Football Club. Remember the game against West Brom away? Oh my goodness. How many memes this brother got. How many hate and insult Lampard got for signing Thiago Silva. How the hell are you going to give him the captain armband? It was the captaincy was the reason why we lost that game. We didn't even lose. We drew 3-3 away. Insult to Frank Lampard. What is happening? Champions League winner. But all of a sudden, all the credit need to go to Thomas Tuchel, because somehow we all knew that PSG were going to sack Thomas Tuchel and he was going to join Chelsea Football Club and meet again with Thiago Silva and win the Champions League. We all knew that. So credit goes to somebody else and not the guy that we sabotaged and insulted because of his bad choice. Lampard. Haha. You see how evil works? My friends, you have to have the fear of God. If you can look at yourself in a mirror and tell you those kind of crap, or lie to your wife or your kid, I'm not going to say even much, but Thiago Silva, 9 out of 10 for the atmosphere in the dressing room, helping those kids grow. This guy being the real deal at Chelsea Football Club. Kai Havertz is going to get 8 out of 10. I know, this one also is a very controversial, right? Because he was going to move to Real Madrid, Man City, Liverpool, everywhere. He was linked with everybody. And I even have his interview when he said that his dream is to play for Real Madrid. But Real Madrid didn't have the money back then, so we took advantage of him, right? All right. Lampard again, his first interview, one of the reasons why he joined Chelsea Football Club because of Frank Lampard. Thiago Silva said the same. Ben Chilwell said the same. Hakim Ziyech said the same. But now, don't give him any credit. This was Abramovic signings. It's Marina. It's Pulisic. Lampard never did anything. It's just autopilot. Everything happened from heaven. Hello. Because we don't like him. He's English. He's Chelsea through and through. And we hate them. How can you even dare to give him any kind of credit? But slowly and surely, some people are calling him flop now. And when you mention the word flop, you have to associate the flop with Frank Lampard. So many people are coming back to give the blame to Frank Lampard because he bought him. But when he was a wonder kid and one of a kind, and we watched the YouTube videos, it wasn't Lampard pulling power. It was all Abramovich. You see how this works? 8 out of 10. Why? I know he hasn't scored many goals the way we expected, but in the Champions League final, he won us the Champions League on his own. You know what I mean? If you tell Arsenal today, okay, to pay 80 million or 70 million and get a Champions League, they're going to pay that money in order to get it. But this guy, he cost us 70 or 75 million. Are you going to compare the price of the Champions League with the price that we pay on this guy? He's still young, 22 years old. We can still sell him and get our money back. He's not a flop. He just needs to adjust in the Premier League. 8 out of 10. Edouard Mendy, the Ballon d'Or. I don't care what other people are going to say. He's my Ballon d'Or. In my heart, this brother here is a Ballon d'Or. I don't care of all those biased vote that they have to give it to Messi or somebody because Mendy doesn't have a big name. He doesn't play for a big country. Imagine if Edouard Mendy was playing for France national team. He was going to be in that list and probably top 5 in the Ballon d'Or. But because he plays for Senegal in Africa, therefore, it doesn't count. I'm not going to get into that field because it's very dangerous. But if you know, you know. 9 out of 10. And, of course, how can you even give credit to Frank Lampard? Frank Lampard is responsible only when Kepa Arrizabalaga flop because he can't coach Kepa Arrizabalaga. But this one is Pulisic. It's Lolishon, it's Marina. You know what I mean? So, Lampard just being there, he didn't have any word and he didn't want even Mendy, according to the online specialist. But guess what? His last interview with Senegal, the first person that he thanked was Frank Lampard. Everybody, even Thiago Silva, when he won the Champions League, he said, without Frank Lampard, I was not going to be here and I was not going to be the Champions League winner. Thank you so much. The post still until now on Instagram. But of course, it's not Lampard. It's God. It's Jesus from heaven. You don't have to give him any credit. Mendy also, don't give him any credit. Give him credit for everything that failed at Chelsea Football Club. All right, guys, this video is getting very, very long. I'm gonna give overall those 6, the transfer window made by Frank Lampard, 9 out of 10. We won the Champions League because of Frank Lampard. You wanna know why? Where the goal came from? Edouard Mendy. Edouard Mendy to Ben Chilwell. Ben Chilwell to to Mason Mount, who is Frank Lampard's son, right? But of course, he's not his son now. Now he's in another level because of Thomas Tuchel, right? So Ben Chilwell to Mason Mount to Kai Havertz, and don't forget that somebody called Timo Werner created that space to open up and take two defenders away from Kai Havertz, and Kai Havertz, what a goal. 1-0, champions of Europe. Anything I want to hear from you? For me, I'm going to give credit to Lampard. Without Frank Lampard, we're not going to win that Champions League. He qualified us to begin with in the Champions League. He finished all the group stages without losing any game. We qualified first. Who knows if we qualified second in the group, if we were going to make it to the next round. So people don't remember those little details. It's like, okay, you are in university now and you forgot your primary school teacher. He means nothing to you because you are in university. That's how it works in the Chelsea community. Everything that happened, the qualification, the group stages, the transfer, everything, it doesn't count. All that count is the final result. Ungrateful. I'm not part of that. So it is what it is. That was my ratings for the 6 guys. If I forgot somebody, remind me in the comment. And like I said, this video is for honest people only. The people who fear God, the people who can tell the truth, who can take their egos away and agendas away, and at least give some credit to people that they don't like. Thank you for watching. Blue is the color.